Alright, for today's video, I'm going to be making a Pikmin inspired fan art in Procreate. For those of you who don't know, Pikmin is one of Nintendo's most relaxing, calmest, peaceful, nature-filled video games. A sentence I would never say about Pikmin. Pikmin is one of the biggest deceptive lies Nintendo has ever sold. All those cute videos and trailers of the games acting like it's a cozy walk in the park, it's a straight lie. And all the gamers and non-gamers that have ever played any Pikmin game knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, disclaimer. Now, I have to confess something devastating. I've never actually played the Pikmin games before. Now wait, hear me out. I have played the first and second ones before, but not in the way that you think. I played it just a little bit, just for fun, but it was actually my sister that played all the Pikmin games, except for the fourth one, and I just sat on the couch or ground next to her and watched. She was more into it than I was, and it was very enjoyable just sitting there snacking on some candy and watching her try to figure out the puzzles and seeing her little army get straight demolished. I would quite literally laugh in her face when she kept losing all her Pikmin and watching her scramble to gather all her Pikmin and get back to base before the sun went down. That honestly gave me and my sister anxiety though, as we both screamed as we watched to see if we got all the Pikmin in time, only to watch our ship fly away in space and see a lonely Pikmin or 2 or 10 get eaten alive by those heinous bug boys, those you know what I mean. And also, for all these years, I don't think we actually ever knew how to actually properly pronounce buboid. Maybe we are pronouncing it right, but I've never heard anyone pronounce it at all. So I'm just saying how we used to say it when we were kids. I'm pretty sure we legit cried at least once when we saw that happen. I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't? Now, one of the first challenges of this piece was figuring out which Pikmin to add in the drawing, because in case y'all didn't realize, there are 9 Pikmin. To my current knowledge. And as much as I wanted to add them all in, I just didn't have the time nor space in this piece to do that. I mean, I could have figured out a way to fit them all in, but I would have had to change the pose and everything just so it wouldn't look cluttered, so I went with picking 5 of my favorite ones. Of course, I had to include 2 of the OGs, the red Pikmin and blue Pikmin. Let me know which Pikmin are y'all's favorite, but more importantly, why? Is it because they're strong and they can break through the glass, or is it because they can go underwater and get anything that's in the water? Now, my personal Pikmin are the rock Pikmin, which is why she gets to sit on his shoulder. It was originally the poison Pikmin because I thought they were just so cool when they were first introduced in the second game. Their white design coupled with their big red deadly eyes staring straight into your soul. Yeah, that low-key scared my little 6-7-year-old self. Call it the villain side of me, but it was low-key satisfying watching the insects and bubboids slowly die as they are wreathing to death, shrouded in purple fumes. Anyway, but yeah, now it's the rock ones because they're just so pretty and I love purple and rocks, so it's the perfect combo. And the sound that they make when they hit glass, it just sounds so good. It's straight ASMR type stuff. Now you're probably wondering what the biker dude has to do with Pikmin. Well, I'll explain. I love drawing characters, specifically people, so I had to include one in this piece. Second, one of my favorite things in life is seeing bikers with helmets on. It's just, they look so good and cool. Maybe that's why the clones in Star Wars are like my favorite characters in the whole series. In fact, that's probably where I got my love for bikers from. Just seeing their helmets on, the clones are just so cool. Rex forever! Anyway, it also makes sense because his helmet. Olimar and everyone else has to have a helmet when they go to the Pikmin planets, right? Well, his protective helmet is his biker one. And the spacesuits they wear, well, his is just his leather jacket and stuff. His biker gear is just as protective as a spacesuit, right? Okay, maybe not really, but you get what I mean. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? But honest question right here. How many of you have actually used like the reset button on your Wii? Like maybe it was just me and my siblings growing up that we never really used that button, but I have never seen anyone personally use that reset button more times than I did when my sister would play Pikmin. She would literally smash that button so many times that it just got to the point when she couldn't beat like a boss or something, she would keep restarting it, and I just have to get up and leave because I'm like, you done pressed it like 20 times and you still haven't beat him. Like, let me know when you're done. She's never used that button more times. She's never used that button more times than she did when she's playing Pikmin and Little King's Story. And for those of you who don't know what Little King's Story is, it's essentially the same exact thing as Pikmin, except for instead of having cute little ant-like creatures, you command your little peasants in your kingdom, your poor kingdom to be exact, and you take them and you turn them into soldiers, and you let them die all the same like Pikmin. You sacrifice your own little men for your own power in game. Except for, yeah, at least with Pikmin, it seemed like you're kind of helping them. You know, you get them food and whatnot. Little King's Story is like, no, you're just trying to build up your kingdom and get like money and gold and all that stuff and save the princesses. It's more of a selfish reason, but definitely if you like Pikmin, I highly recommend Little King's Story because it's a very charming game, and they even made a second one. Well, not necessarily a second one. I guess it's one for, I think, the PS. It's for the Vita, the PS Vita, like the PlayStation Vita. I never got that because my siblings and we were more Nintendo fans, so we never really had like PlayStation and Xboxes. It was more of our older siblings. But even to this day, I'm like, I want to get it just so I can play it, but it's like the prices of Vitas now. It's like, it's not worth it to me just to play one game. Maybe in the future when I, have more money, so I'm randomly get a pocket of like $300 to spend via in the game, then maybe. But for right now, I'm good. Now this video footage, it's actually from a long time ago, from one of my first YouTube shorts, like honestly one of the first videos I posted. I decided to reuse it to make it into a long form video because I had a lot of unused footage that I was trying to make for my first YouTube short. I didn't really know how to do it, so I was trying to figure it out, and I posted the short and I was like, well, let me just use this because this is a lot of stuff that I can use and make into a whole video. And so we're doing that nearly a year later, so yeah. So pardon it if there are some parts where the color, I noticed the color goes in and out, looks different. So that's because of my inexperienced stuff. I'm still inexperienced, but I gained at least a few percentage from last time, so